Hello everyone, it's me, Crossery. What's my name? Crossery Campbell, level 6 student of the Hobo Alphabet. Hey, I forgot my name a minute ago. It's fine. I'm gonna keep going with this, with this game. These do... Yeah, I wanted to get this out of the way, sorry about this. These videos do, like, really bad. They do, like, worse than all my other ones, and none of them ever really do good. But, like, I really like this game, and I am gonna keep playing it, so, you know. You're gonna have to deal with that, sorry. I wanted to say something, and, there was a closing thought to that statement. We'll get there. Hey there, Grocery. How'd you sleep? Fine, until a mob guy crawled in my bedroom window. Oh yeah, that window's pretty lousy. Anyway, the next antique I need you to find is a compass. The directions kind, not the circles kind. The Detectatron says it's out near Crystal Dream Lake. I don't even know what that is, but I bet it's too far to walk. Do you have a car I could borrow? No, but I have something even better than that. 2 cars? A bus pass. The stop out front is your gateway to a whole wide world of adventure. Thanks. Where do I go when I get there? Unfortunately, I couldn't get a more specific reading than near the lake. Something about that place is making the instruments go all screwy. Here, take this map. We got a postcard. A picture postcard of Crystal Dream Lake is detailed enough to serve as an ersatz map. And a lighthouse. This is a postcard. It has a map of the lake on it. It has a picture of the lake on it. Yeah, that's what a map is. A picture of a place. We can't argue with that. What do you think, Obi? We ready to go? Obi gives us a smooth nod. How's Charles doing? Nothing right now, Charles. I know we're not prepared to play anyone at chess. We don't know enough moves. Blonde flapper cracks a chewing gum, then gives you a sharky grin and a little wave. Hey there, Sugar. You're Crossery Campbell, right? Depends on who's asking. Oh, look at you being all tough and mysterious. Well, Molly Buttons is who's asking, Sugar. And I do like games, but don't push your luck with me. Okay, you got me. So how do you know my name? Boss sent me to lend you a hand, and to keep an eye on you, savvy? Well, hey now, I put in my 2 weeks notice before I left Plowkeepsie fair and square. Huh? No, not that bossy oil can, the boss. The boss? You know. She glances over both shoulders, then hisses at you. The mob boss. Oh, that boss. Sheesh, I can't tell if you got a screw loose or if you're just funning with me. I like to keep people guessing. So what, you supposed to partner up with me? That's the deal, McNeil. And do what? What's a 20-something girl like you doing working for the mob anyway? Hey now, I ain't just a pretty face. She pulls a Tommy gun with a full-size drum magazine from behind her back, gives it a flip in the air and catches it with a mad glitter in her eye. Holy jeez, put that away before someone sees it. Tee-hee-hee. Cripes, you have to whisper the boss, but you're fine with waving a machine gun around in public? So we teaming up or what? Sorry. This is only because we have checkered past, otherwise we'd have to say, I've always got room for a gun-toting cutie pie, which is horrible and I would never say it. So yeah, let's go get in some trouble. I'll have to tell Obi to... Peachy, you want I should come with you right now? I'll cool my heels at Mug Hut 2 for a while. I mean, she does have a machine gun, which is probably an upgrade over an oboe. As much as we like Obi the oboe hobo here, I won't hear a bad word said about him. But he doesn't own a machine gun. I think I used her for a bit last time, and I think she was quite good, but I genuinely can't remember. And I got a really horrible guy whose like text was all fucked. Hey Obi, mind waiting for me at Mug Hut 2? Suits me just fine. My dogs are backing up a storm. You got it. Let's hit the bricks. We're hitting the bricks. It's the unsinkable Molly Buttons. She shoots you a wink. How you doing, Molly? Let's ankle. My chopper's gotta stretch its legs. Seems like everyone's pretty down on their luck around here. Yep, everyone's out of rhino. Even the flim-flammers and fake-aloo artists had to split town and find a new butter and egg man. To find new butter and egg man? Of course. She speaks a language that I don't understand, but we do have a new star that urgently needs to be explored. All hats are certified louse-free. The star's proprietor nods politely to you. Hey, I'm gonna mute for a second because Coughing Man's coming by and he's really going. He stopped as soon as I said that, never mind. Hi, my name's Grocery. Pleased to meet you. I'm Albert. Why aren't you wearing a hat? Have you ever heard the phrase, familiarity breeds contempt? Got you. What's for sale? You only have 2 hats? What do you mean? You're the hat store. 1 extra AP per round sounds like a lot, though. You don't drive, but it never hurts to have a really aerodynamic hat. Let's try that. Also, I do have to buy both, because we can get a rebate on the cost if we quickly head over to the boardwalk and talk to the crazy hat man. Leave the king on his throne for today. A charling street tough in the alley challenges passers-by to arm wrestle for the title of Alley King. We don't even need to be the Alley King. Hang on. Tony Fiasco, that's the lad. Tony Fiasco's hat photographer. It's only 30 meat, but you know. We barely paid anything for these hats, when you think about it. Where are my hats? What's my chef's hat about? +2 magic weapon attacks is quite good, but... Good to see you, Tony Fiasco. This is just a good little hat. Do I have stuff I can put on a hat? I don't think so. And also, has Tony Fiasco seen my welding mask? Has he seen my chef hat? Sorry. We can't leave good money on the table. Have you seen this one, Tony? Okay, he's seen. We'll assume he's seen everything that I already had. I'm pretty good at keeping track of whether or not I've talked to Tony Fiasco recently. No, I didn't get a random encounter. Is there anything newer? Oh, it's the Cola War surplus star in it. I forgot that was the only other one. Did we use all those dubious grenades? I guess we still got some. That hat right there? Why? I hate the wear. I hate it a lot. That is a hat right there. It's not a bad accessory. And that's a pretty good helmet. By pretty good, I meant I thought it was only 40 instead of 90. It's not a very good helmet at all. 10 damage to all enemies? Nothing to sniff at. Tell you what, I don't have like... We don't care about shoes. Alright, I sold him those. I understand why he's got those. Do I have any other shoes? I hate shoes. I'm sorry. Can't stand them. Within the context of the game. In real life, I'm okay with shoes. In this game, fuck shoes. I'm saying it. Let's go to Crystal Dream Lake. Oh, dang. So I have played up to chapter 3 or 4. I think I was at the start of chapter 4. I don't know how many chapters there are. This is quite a long game. I mean, you've seen how long it's taken me to get through chapter 1. Sorry if you hear horrible coughing in the background. Something is deathly wrong with Coughing Man. I don't know what, and it's fine. I'm sure he's fine. You know, if he drops dead at a moment's notice, at least I'll be quiet around here. You probably have to introduce yourself before you start poking at his stuff. I disagree, but like, I can see why you'd think that. The Lighthouse Keeper, presumably. We do look, it's a new vibe with that flat cap and that monobrow. It's something. We got a look going. Partly I'm just trying to keep talking, so hopefully you can't hear the Coughing Man in the background. I'm hoping he leaves soon, that'd be cool. Excuse me, are you the lighthouse keeper? Sorry to bother you, my name's Crossery Campbell. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Are you okay? Yeah, I just ain't talked out loud in a while. I get rusty. I see. Lighthouse keeping's a lonely job, huh? Well, it's solitary, that's for sure. I ain't mind it, though. Ain't exactly a people person. What can I do for you? What does a lighthouse keeper actually do? Well, I used to be able to light the lamp every sundown and then douse it again at sunrise to save on fuel. Used to be? When it was an oil lamp. We got a hookup to the electrical grid a couple of years ago though, so now I just leave it all on all the time. About all I have to do now is change the bulb once in a while. Does that sound peaceful or boring? That sounds boring. Nah, I never get bored. Always plenty to do. You must have a bunch of hobbies. Yeah. Got a book and a whittling knife and plenty of middle distance to stare into. That's always true. How'd you get into this line of work? Oh, my family's always been lighthouse keepers. On both sides. My and pa kept lighthouses within sight of each other. Used to wink the lights back and forth once in a while. It's kind of cute. Oh, that's kind of romantic. You know, I never did find out how I was actually born. What? Anyway, was there something you needed? Have you seen an old compass around? The directions kind or the circles kind? Directions. Oh yeah? Got an old one I picked up at an estate sale about 20 odd years ago, I reckon. I'd show you, but it's upstairs and the lighthouse is flooded. Flooded? Yeah, filled right up to the top. Have a look through the window there and you might see a fish pass by. Can we use the fishing rod there? How did this even happen? Pump broke? No, I mean, how does a lighthouse just fill up with water? We aren't even below sea level here. Something to do with the tides, I reckon. This is a lake? Anyhow, I need a Glaxton valve to fix the pump. There's a hardware store down the road a piece, if you've my mind to help out. Alright. Now we can look through stuff. Is that an arcane oven you got there? Ooh. How much, like... You got a lot of mana in Rich Flower. We can make an everything. I liked the idea of this one. The Iron Pumpernickel. Oh, looks thicker and veinier than most leaves. But the spooky hammer could really come in handy if we... You know... You don't need it until you need it. These will go well on a Caesar salad served on the 16th of March. I don't get it. I'd have to Google it, and then I'd have to stop for a minute. An ice scone. You bake a delicious scone, then ice it with actual ice. A scone, frozen as hard as a stone. We can make powerful grids, but we're good. We haven't got any food buff going right now, I think. I should stop using every mirror I see. In the first one you get experience from looking in the mirrors. In this one it's purely flushing toilets that gets you the XP. Single book sits on the table. We can ask about it. War and Peace, huh? That's a hefty one. Mind the bookmark now. Of course. Oh, looks like you've just started. Been reading it about 5.5 years. Your bookmark's still on chapter 1. I just about got up to the last sentence of it. I've been reading one word every day. War and Peace is almost 600,000 words long. Yeah? Don't tell me how it ends. I what? A dusty chess set. This is a nice chess set. Did you will the pieces yourself? Yeah. Took me 16 years. It took you 6 months to carve each piece? Bones went quicker on the tall ones, but more or less, yeah. The horses are particularly tricky. No sense in rushing it. You want to play a game? Can't. Already got a game in progress. The only piece that's been moved is a single white pawn. Yeah. I went first. That was about 2 years ago. Who are you playing with? Nobody. Well, good luck. Through the window you can see that the lighthouse tower is entirely filled with water. The lighthouse keeper's put a little cork in the keyhole. Well, that'll do it. That'll keep us high and dry out here. Why can't I move the little thing? Like, what's the point? I could just click the. I could just click the thing. Does it do anything if I go over the place? We'll just go to the place. The stench of death hangs heavily from the trees in this glade. But this is curious. On the forest floor, a handful of standing stones is displaced. Scattered with no regard to order, we cannot arrange the stones. Pass. Who are we to question the things that happen in nature? After a short hike, you find a small hardware store nestled in the sparse woods surrounding the lake. It's the very model of a down-home country hardware store, except it doesn't have any old-timers sitting out front chewing the fat. Maybe it's their day off, or maybe they ran out of fat. There's hobo glyphs here. We are a level 6 hobo code student. Code reads, "Nice man, ask him for candy." Neat. Do you got candy, bud? You got barrels. Barrel has a joke price tag on it. 10,000 meat. Barrel of rusty nuts and bolts in case you want to buy some garbage, I guess. Paints in all of this section's trendiest painted colours, such as bright chartreuse and blueberry indigo and grapefruit cyan. Shelf is leveled. Ineffective pesticides. I'm sorry, I just want to see all the words. Don't understand the purpose of any of these tools. Yeah, they look a little arcane for me. I'm sure it's fine. This one's hammer adjacent, as long as these are prongs. You're the proprietor, I presume. Yeah? Welcome to Valley Hardware, best hardware store in Crystal Dream Valley. Because it's the only hardware store in the valley. No, because it's the only hardware store. Ah, shucks, friend, you preempted my joke. Yeah, sorry. Haha, no hard feelings. Good to see a new face around. What can I do for you? Oh, I mean, the sign outside. Do you have any candy? Why, sure, here you go. He pulls a piece of hard candy out of a jar under the counter and hands it to you. Increases physical armor by 3, that's not bad candy. A little piece of candy given to you by a friendly hardware man. Thanks. We should also probably ask about the valve. I need a pump valve for the lighthouse keeper. Oh, sure. What kind you need? I think it was this one. A Glaxton valve? Glaxton valve? Well, shucks, they stopped making those things nearly a decade ago. I guess there's a slight chance there's still one in the back room. Ain't been back there since the termites got out of the inventory. Or maybe after it got flooded. Anyway, it's a real biblical style disaster back there. Here, I'll unlock the door for you so you can take a look around. If you can find a Glaxton valve in that mess, you're welcome to it. Thanks. Mind your step in there. I think I remembered that because I'd said it out loud. That's crazy that there were that many options. Did I guess right? Am I winning? What do you have for sale? Comfy hat lining? You could do that. Cooking with power tools. Book's thesis is that there really isn't much of a difference between a kitchen mixer and an electric drill. Deals 3 sleaze damage to 3 different enemies. Weird. He's got shoes, which I hate. A used plunger. Almost nothing in this world is unpleasant to think about as somebody else's toilet plunger. Don't think we can do much with anything else. Maybe a fuse. I think fuses are important at some point. We'll pocket one of those, just in case. Batteries give you an AP. Which is nice. We are going to buy the book. We always buy the books. And I'm tempted by that comfy hat lining as well. I do, whenever we have money, I do get through it pretty quick. I'm going to attach that to my driving cap. Absolutely. You add the lining, dramatically increasing the comfort of your hat. Lovely. Now it plus 3 maximum HP as well as regenerating 1 AP extra per round. That sounds really good. My max AP is 2. which means I fill up completely every round. Means I can do one more spell every round, which is double the amount of spells I could do per round. You read the book and memorize some of its sloppier techniques. There's an appendix full of advanced recipes you could memorize if you really put your mind to it. Then I'll do 2 more damage to... Oh no, it'll hit 2 more targets? 3 seems like a lot of targets. I don't really want to, like, do a tiny amount of damage to everyone a lot. I am normally aiming to kill something that's going to hit me hard. I don't know. We'll think. It's an option. It's a possibility. Pile of waterlogged garbage. Lovely. Good thing you don't care what month it is, because this calendar's worthless. I can see something in this room that... Something stands out here. Seepage has caused this concrete to become set in its ways. You open the concrete's mind to the wonders of the world. It feels stronger and more capable now. We got powerful grit. We got 5 XP. Hang in there, concrete block. These boxes would be perfect for storing a collection of mildewed clothes. Nasty trash. How much... Where'd the door text go? How much of a door has to be gone before it doesn't count as a door anymore? Well, I mean, is this a door? Something's wrong with this door, in a way that termites and flooding doesn't readily explain. Step through it? You step through the hole in the door and immediately feel a sickening lurch in your stomach and a burst of, "This was a bad idea," in your mind. Like when you hit the first drop on a travelling carnival's rusty and hastily assembled roller coaster. After a moment, when the feeling has subsided enough, you open your eyes and look around. It looks like you're still in the same place you were, except someone came in and cleaned everything up while you weren't looking? Huh. Can we loot everything before it exploded? I'm guessing we're back in time because of the sepia hue. Kinda gave it away. That's fine. Shelves of neatly organised hardware that definitely hasn't been destroyed yet. The game knows I know because of the sepia hue. 1917 calendar on the wall by the desk. It looks brand new. If we can work out what day it is. As you leave the storeroom, the shopkeeper spins around and you both stare at each other in surprise. You, because the shopkeeper looks quite a bit younger than he did when you went in there. And him because, hey now, what in the heck were you doing in my back room? And how'd you get back there without me seeing you? I'm a, termite inspector. I didn't call for any termite inspector. No, I do surprise inspections, so the termites won't find out in advance. Well, how'd you get past me? I'm very good at my job. Ah, well, I don't expect you found any termites. I make my own custom pesticide. Yeah, it seems pretty effective. I might have to go back in there for a follow-up check later, though. That's fine, I suppose. Just don't move stuff around too much. I like to keep it tidy back there. No problem. Do you have... It's hardware store guy. Back when he was younger, is younger. Welcome to Valley Hardware, best hardware store in Crystal Dreamville. Because of the selection or the prices? Well, Chucks, nobody's ever asked me to justify that claim before. Is it because it's the only hardware store in the valley? Ha! That's a good one. I'll have to remember that. I'm sure you will. What can I do for you? I'd like to buy one of those new Glaxton valves. Ah, sorry. Government fellas bought my entire stock. What? Yeah, for the big dam they're building. I can order you one, though. How long would that take? 6 to 8 weeks. Would you mind holding on to it for me if I'm not back right away? Oh, sure. That's no problem. How long you figure? 11 years. Haha, what? No, forget how I said that's not a problem. Walnuts. Listen, I can tell you they bought a heap more Glaxton valves than what they're going to need for that dam. If you go up to that worksite, you might get the foreman to sell you one of their spares. Well, where is it? Southeast end of the valley. You got a map? I have a postcard. Crystal Dream Lake? Never heard of that, but it's got a little picture of the dam on it there, see? That's about the same place, relative to here. Great, thanks. Also, do you have different stock in the past? Absolutely not. Not for sale. Gleaming nuts and bolts. Pristine nuts and bolts. That's a Glaxton valve. paints in all this season's most popular colours, such as old-fashioned grey and plain grey and old-fashioned brown. Dangerous pesticides that were banned years ago. Not ineffective pesticides. Doesn't seem to be anything on the other side of this door. Weird. I guess I don't need to know what days. I'm just thinking put it into the newspaper players. Could find out why everything sucks so much here. It's probably because there was a big whiff from the lake. It's fine. Let's go ahead and check out that dam. Two things which I had to describe, but that's the Christmas. That's Christmas is happening right now. Two things which I had to describe, but let's say they're more or less like smoking holes in space through which you can see the faint light of distant and dying stars float up to you with an air of menace. The two orbs squint at you, and Dark Noel's voice echoes inside your head in a way that makes your eardrums itch. Well, well, if it isn't my favourite holiday party crasher, perhaps I need to be more explicit about the fact that you weren't invited. I don't really get the holiday thing. I like Crimbo, okay? It's my thing and I'm sticking with it. You must have had a weird childhood. That's none of your business. And neither is the rest of this investigation or whatever you think you're doing. You need to learn to keep your nose out of other people's affairs. I'm just trying to find my uncle. How about you keep your nose out of my affairs? What a disagreeable little urchin you are. Do you know what naughty children find in their Crimbo stockings? We can say a knuckle sandwich or a festive cheese log. A festive cheese log. You swirl your hands in a mystical pattern and launch a cheese log covered in chopped almonds and napalm at the orbs. Dark Noel's screech can be heard through the explosion. Ah, that's it! You're on the very naughty list now. Next time we meet, I'm really gonna deck your halls. The black orbs vanish in a little puff of smoke. Fa la 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 la. Jerk. What do you call it? It's huge. Damn. A lot of lake water in this pipe. Fish in a sack? This is a bag of all the terrible fish you've caught. It's pungent. You've fished a pinkleberry mulchin. It's one meat worth of fish. And a dudgeon. Let's keep going. That's a $3 dudgeon right there. It won't let me do this for long. A pump up the bass? Looks like you caught everything that was here. Pump has a Galaxin valve on it. Valve is held in place by decades of corrosion. Even if you could detach it, it'd get wrecked in the process. Drain pipe has nasty goo. Lovely. Beautiful flower stands in defiance of the reining in of nature. We can smell it. It smells as good as it looks. All of these valves seem not good. Ooh, I don't know enough hobo code. Something in that pipe. Maintenance access is looking a bit weird. Except that repeat exposure to these isn't going to give your ancestors cancer. Another one of those time doors. I notice when your teammate doesn't come in. Doors being delivered? Climb up and go through. Crate labeled pipe shoes? There's pipe shoes in there. This is probably not what they meant to order. These don't make sense, but you're going to have to roll with it. I think that makes you roll around on the ground. Awful. Worst shoes yet. They're all terrible. Actually, the worst one's the one where the sound got stuck on. Some careless dam worker has abandoned a toolbox here. Their loss is my gain. Foot gloves. Makes you walk on your hands. Sounds stupid. That all seems lovely. Ooh, truck is even heavier than a regular truck. Is it because it's... Why does it keep telling me that I can do these things and then not letting me do them? Hey! Noel says anybody who ain't on the crew is allowed on the... Nobody who ain't on the crew. That's a... is allowed on the site. No? Yeah, Noel, the foreman. Noel White. Oh, jeez. Man clutches his stomach. Are you alright? Just starving is all. Rest of the crew went to lunch, but somebody had to stay here and keep all these rubneckers and looky-loos off the site. I drew the short pants. Short pants? Do you mean straw? Nah, we got these 6 little pairs of pants we found when we cleared out a nest of fairies. Can I have them? No, because then we'd have no way of picking who stands guard. Oh man, I can't believe how hungry I am. Feels like I'm gonna turn inside out. What about the table over there that says lunch? There's a reason everybody else left the site to eat, pal. Don't want to eat what Noel considers lunch. How bad could it be? Is it jelly deals or something? Man, I'd kill for a jelly deal. Noel brings these sandwiches that are just a bunch of peppermint sticks between two big bland sugar cookies. You can get a stomachache just from watching someone else eat one. Ugh. That sounds awful. That's because it is awful. He clutches his stomach and moans. Do we have anything for this boy to eat? This seems wildly nice, but... you know, out of all the things we have, this is probably the most filling. Do you want these ice... Do you want some ice cereal? Probably shouldn't give him the radium. Do you want a pear? I'm not going to fight this poor hungry boy. You offer him the Bibson's extra sweet pears. Oh wow, thank you! He greedily devours it, but his stomach is still growling. I guess it's time for the Frosty Flakes. He's starting to look a little less hungry and a little more relaxed. One more. I'm going to try and give him nothing that's, like, from the Shadow Realm. The hot link is just a hot sausage, right? That's fine. You can eat a hot sausage. You had to describe his current mood. You'd probably say 60% sleepy and 40% hungry. Okay, we're going to have to do 2 more. This is getting too long, so we're going to feed him radium and hope that speeds this up. You like that too? He's almost asleep, but still looks a little bit hungry. Have some haunted croutons. In hindsight, that was too much food, but, you know, once I'd put 3 in was when I realized it was taking too long. Finally satiated, he slumps to the ground and falls asleep. He's in a well-deserved food coma. Sign says lunch, but what's on the table isn't identifiable as anything you'd ever want to eat. Klaxman screws, Grafton nuts, Daxton shafts, Waxman discs. What's going on in here? Brick outhouse is extremely well constructed. Taps don't work, but there's still a bunch of water pulled in the basin. Handful of clean water. Surprise, it's full of water. You should leave the rest for people who need to use this room for its intended purpose. We are fishing water out of a lot of sinks. A workman-like toilet for workman-like workman. Got 15 XP for flushing that toilet. Daxton shafts, Waxman discs, Braxton cords, Frampton picks, Claxton valves. There's only 1 left. Good thing you got here when you did. Brand new 11-year-old Claxton valve. I feel like I probably shouldn't have given that guy all of my food. I have said that already, but the regret is just, it's palpable. I'm sure we'll be fine. I don't need food, right? Molly points out a sign posted on the fork in the trail. Sandwich Historical Village. Sandwich Historical Village and Witch Trail Museum. Oh, witches! Let's go check it out! You like that kind of spooky stuff? It's the berries. Gets the blood pumping, you know? Well, if they have a haunted house, you have to promise not to shoot any of the actors. No promises. Look, we got the valve. It's not going anywhere. This is a sandwich museum we're talking about. Is Sandwich a place? Oh. The village of Sandwich was home to a terrifying witch cult until all the inhabitants were convicted and executed in witch trials in 1692. and the village stood empty and uninhabited for hundreds of years. Come explore the town and learn more. Didn't mean to go in. This house was the residence of the Danforth family. Step inside to learn more. The Danforth residence has been converted into a gift. The Danforth residence has been converted into a gift shop for your convenience. Why not take home a jar of the sandwich cream that was the village's chief export, besides witchcraft? I mean, if it's food. Black Cat is staring glumly at an empty dish labelled Heket. Heket. We need food for Heket. Shelves laden with identical jars of off-white stuff. That sounds horrible. I don't want to eat this, actually. No food is better than this. Elderly woman smiles from behind the counter. It increases your sleaze armor. This condiment purports to be the perfect topping for any sandwich, but the ingredient list suggests that it's just old congealed cream. Rubbing paper. For making rubbings of historical graves and such like that. Thanks to advancements in rubbing technology, you don't need any charcoal or anything. We'll buy one of those. It says it's a quest item. You never know, right? I was saying like... Sorry. I was saying like 40 minutes ago. I've been thinking the whole time, like, how was I going to end that sentence? But, it's fine. We'll just not do it. This trough may have been used to bathe human sacrifices before the ceremony. We don't have any evidence of that, but it seems possible. Here's a trough. You could put water in there. Putnam House, which partially burned down under extremely witchy circumstances. Everything in this house was destroyed by fire except these two objects, which were found concealed inside a metal box. We have one of these at home. An antique ragdoll on display here. This ragdoll has a bunch of old pins and needles stuck into it, and for some reason has the word boring embroidered across the front. The little plaque on the front of the plinth says, "Witches frequently use special dolls, called poppets, to curse their enemies. This one was apparently made to target a Ms. or Miss Boring, though no one of that name is listed on the town records." And then in tiny text at the bottom of the plaque, "The pins were not found with the poppet, but were added for demonstration purposes." Interesting. This plinth has an odd book on it. It appears to be someone's diary. Oh yeah, the little description on the front of the plinth says, "Diary of Delilah Putnam." So that confirms that. Mostly it doesn't look interesting enough to be worth deciphering the archaic handwriting and spelling, so you flip ahead to the last page. 6th of March, 1692. Ugh, I hate that Peter Proctor so much. He thinks he can just go around being as mean as he wants to everybody, just because he has lots of money and lives in a big house and all. I should have used a much stronger curse. It would have been worth the trouble. We could check what happened in 6th of March, 1692. We have that power. Anything in the chimney? Security guard is keeping a close eye on things in here, which honestly isn't very difficult since there's only 2 things. Hi there. Hello. Welcome to the Putnam House. Please don't touch the exhibits. Excuse me, Sorry, I just get paid to stand here and keep an eye on things. I don't actually know anything about the exhibits. Huh. Cool. Oh, we can go in the... We can fish in the well. Is it water? There's meat on the hook. Oh, it's a wishing well. I guess people throw meat into the well and then we fish it back out. Well, that works for us, as long as we wish for meat. We actually use this well for water, so please don't throw meat into it. Just clean out the environment. We're doing a little good out here. That's what we're doing. That's what it's all about. Sandwich's Church was also served as an ersatz town hall, courtroom, racquetball court, and dark sorcery place. In 1692, the inhabitants of Sandwich were executed in the witch trials that were popular at the time, as evidenced by this old signpost announcing one such trial. The sign is written in rough black wax. Today is the trial of Patricia Williams, who stands accused. The rest of the sign is too weathered and decayed to read. Huh. The altar where the town's witches perform their horrifying sacrifices. Note the bloodstains. An old dilapidated church altar. There are some brown splotches on the corners that could possibly be bloodstains. It's not impossible. The sign reads, Sandwich Gazebo, vagrants not welcome. It's not very friendly. Can we go down here? A little cemetery behind the church. We could check that out. Welcome to Sandwich Cemetery. Please be respectful of the graves. Also, check out how many of them were terrifying witches who were executed in the witch trials of 1692. Definitely could try and check out what's going on there in the newspaper. We probably want to do that. Peter Proctor, 1680 to 1692. He was a duty head until the very end. That's a dead kid. Beatrice Proctor. Abigail Proctor. Elisha Proctor. Nicholas Proctor. What the heck? He lived to be 230 years old? Proctor, our town founder. That's a hobo one. We need to get more hobo code knowledge, man. This is terrible. John Putnam. Millicent Putnam. Delilah Putnam. Mary Ann Putnam. Tombstone is covered in lichen. Joseph Putnam. That's also a dead kid. Sorry, one of them was? I don't know which one. Yeah, Delilah. That's also a dead kid. Thomas Stanford. Are these just 5 families? With 5 people in... 3 families with 5 people in each? That's weird. Are the dates like the same? Or very similar? I mean, everyone died at the same. More space in that direction, but there aren't any more graves. The wealthy Proctor family owned the biggest and most conveniently toilet-adjacent house in the village. There's a toilet here? Ah. Sandwich boasted the county's very first tripartite outhouse? Don't use it, it's very old. We can use this one though. More modern convenience has been provided for your modern convenience. 3 sinks? All 3 doors go to the same place. Facility has 3 sinks, and this is one of them. We can't fish in any of them though, which is tragic. 1 toilet and 0 privacy. Getting 20 XP now for a toilet flush, that's not bad. This chessboard has clearly been left out on display as an allegory for the battle between good and evil. Black is winning, representing a warning for all good-hearted people to be vigilant against the encroaching forces of darkness. Well, you know, if it's chess we're using as the analogy, you know, then light always has the advantage. These dried fronds are of no historical significance. Also, that those chess pieces are clearly in their starting positions. The arras appeared to depict several... This arras appears to depict several important ancestors of the Proctor family line, though due to the low resolution of embroidery used at the time, it's impossible to discern exactly who's who. Check the footnote. It's been pointed out to us that this arras is unlikely to have been manufactured in the capital of the Pas-de-Calais department of northern France, and therefore is merely a sparkling tapestry. I get that one. According to county records, these were the most expensive stairs in the country. They go up a full 1.5 floors. It's not black on this table, it must have always been boring. Yep, they sure do. Was kind of expecting that. Stairs just keep going until they hit the wall. Seems like rich people have always just had weird taste. The upstairs rooms are off limits while we catalogue the contents. Please pardon our dust. Bedroom was traditionally given to servants as it was felt by the Proctors there'd be less of a tragedy if they got up in the middle of the night and fell down the weird stairs. Miss Proctor's bedroom is especially off limits while we figure out how to deal with the strange mould we found behind the wallpaper. That's why there's 2 barricades instead of 1. Miss Proctor's bedroom, home to the county's most extensive collection of cravats. This was the bedroom of Peter Proctor, the only child of Nicholas and Abigail Proctor. This was the Proctor's spare room, where they kept spares of all the expensive things they owned. This room is not part of the tower and is also not part of the house. This is a very long second. It's longer than it is on the outside. Yeah. A little weird. While it's not... We don't want to go downwind of the outhouse. It's not a lot going on here. We took the time for the diversion, but... I guess it's time to bring that valve back. A trio of figures in hooded white robes step out of the trees around you. It's hard to tell if the robes contain person-shaped shadow monsters, or if they're regular people whose faces are concealed by the shadows of their hoods. Well, not that regular people go around wearing hooded robes very often anyway. And whichever it is, it doesn't seem like they have good intentions. Hey, what's your deal? This. Oh, that closed that right up. What are you doing here? Well, that hurt. Well, I did think it was going to hit me twice, and it didn't hit me twice, so that's nice. What we do a new move? It's not very good. Cannot take more than 5 physical damage at a time. I do. They'll have slightly too much health. Shadowy allies sounds not great. Although that guy's gonna hit me for 1,000,000 damage and I'll die. Are you also gonna kill me? You're gonna kill Tut. So I probably want to kill you. How much damage does my stabber do? Well, it's 5 physical damage because it can't do more than that. I could blast everyone with Stilton Splatter twice. And then finish him off. Unless I want to risk one of these dubious Cola Wars grenades. How much health do I have? 8. I don't want to kill me, ideally. Do they not have much mysticality? No, they're muscle boys. They are going to get to summon guys is the problem. Unless Lady with Tommy Gun has a good move for this. That's really horrible noise there. Let's not die immediately. Is this louder than usual? Okay, the second hit of that doesn't seem to work, so that's lovely. I'm going to turn this down, because this is wildly loud. Don't know if it was super loud for you. Shoot a random enemy for 1 physical damage 7 times. We can go with that. She needs to hit the same one 3 times to kill them, though. Well, let's get rid of one of these guys. Everything sounds horrible. Actually, the guys on 1 health are dead, right? The guys on 3 health. Because I can just get rid of them all at once. You're a muscle boy. This should reduce your damage. Shadow Slab. Okay, I didn't realize they'd go immediately after getting summoned. That's a little rude. Please help me, Tut. Wrong guy, Tut. I still have 2 AP. Oh yeah, it doesn't hit all of them. But this will hit all of them. Hocus Cheddar Ruckus. That'll do them. You won! Oh, the black smoke leaks out of the robes pretty quickly after they're beaten, so you don't get a chance to question them any further. Not that it probably would have been any more effective than the first time. Well, at least we didn't die. There's always that. I got you, Glaxton valve. I got the valve you asked for. Did you install it? No, I have it right here. What does much good in your hands like that? Go hook it up to the pump outside. That's not his voice. I remember what his voice was. Look, it doesn't even matter because they all sound the same. I'm trying my best, okay? Can you... I know the voices are all the same. I'm fully aware that the voices are all the same, but in my head, I am trying to at least give them a little bit of a different inflection. I'm doing my best. I'm doing the best with what I got, which is a very limited set of sounds that I can make. Fortunately, the place where it slots in is clearly labelled. Hang on, are you the lighthouse keeper confirmed? Yeah, we have confirmed that this is the lighthouse keeper. I installed the valve. Yeah, I've been watching the water level through the window here. Should be dry enough for our purposes now. Come on upstairs. He disappears through the door behind him. Oh, we got bulbs. And shelves. Good thing he had his book downstairs. That would have been a disaster if it lost his progress. Ah, most lighthouses have a somewhat bigger lamp. Box of spare 60-watt light bulbs. You only use 60-watt light bulbs? Don't need much. Ain't that big a lick. Ah. Well, here we are. Welcome to where the magic happens. Magic? Sure. Fiat looks. Old lighthouse keeper joke. I don't get it. So can I have the compass now? What? No, certainly not. I need that. But you asked if I had an old compass, and I said I did, and that I'd show it to you. Never said nothing about giving it to you. Oh, but I really need it. So do I. I gotta calibrate this lamp to the North Star every so often, and I need a good compass to show me which one is the North one. What if I get you a new one? No, I said a good one. New ones ain't any use at all. Why not? Because of how they changed them. They changed compasses? They didn't teach you that in school? Folks got short memories. It were only round about the turn of the century. Some Atlas company bought the patent on West and rebranded it as New North. Then they did a recall on all the compasses and issued new ones. They all point west now, and that's useless for my purposes. Okay, well how about I find you another old one then? If you can find another pre-New North compass in at least as good a condition as mine, then sure, I'll swap you. Don't really get what the point of that would be though, since you'd already have one. It's a long story. Never mind then. Here, maybe this'll help you. Most of the old compasses have got radium paint on the dials so you can read them at night. This old Geiger counter ought to be able to pick up the radiation from that. The newest invention of the Hey Really company. This device allows you to detect radiation by making an annoying clicking noise whenever any's nearby. Where should I start? Well, most folks consider the old kind of compass to be trash nowadays. And if I was trash, I'd probably be at the old junkyard. Neat, thanks. I'll probably do the junkyard next time. Because I remember some junkyard things, I think. I seem to remember. Yeah, there's a situation going on over there, I believe. We could level up, though. We do almost have enough points for Wisdom of Jarlsberg. That would really help. That is a big swing in terms of attack damage. Alternatively, I could boost one of my moves, but I'm kind of liking the idea because I said it once. And I mean, we could buy Mind Over Monster right now. Easy. Could buy Fingers of Fontina right now. Actually, what are our stats? 353. I'd prefer an extra Mysticala, because there was that one check that needed 6 and I couldn't do it, so now I'm always thinking, what if I can't do the Mysticality checks anymore, you know? Max HP of 13 is not great. Look, we'll be fine. We could get +5 maximum health, but what if we did 4 extra damage with all of our magic weapon attacks? Consider that. That's a lot. There's a big damage swing. We don't have a perk for Mysticality either. I was looking at them earlier. We have a Moxie and a Muscle, but no Mysticala. I'm sure we could get one in that first chapter. I mean, we could probably go back now and do it, but, you know. That's probably a thing worth getting as well. We'll get Wisdom of Jarlsberg, and then we'll get Good Eyesight immediately afterwards, as soon as we get any more points. Anyway, that'll all be next time, and I'll probably forget by next time. This option's haunted. Got me? I was terrified. Sorry, I saw that when I was messing around earlier too. It's been 55 minutes, so it probably is time to end, and I can tell that I'm starting to lose the ability to talk again. Reading does that to me for some reason. Not regular talking. Reading makes it worse. If I'm not using my own words from my own brain. Or maybe I just talk more when I'm reading and talking in between reading. I guess I am doing twice as much talking when you think about it. Yeah, I know... I do... Yeah, here's what I wanted to say right at the start of the episode, which was an hour ago now. I know it's cheesy to, like, tell people, hey, leave a comment, but, like, I'm not a real YouTuber. This is the fakest shit. If you have a thing you want... like, leave suggestions or whatever in comment. It's fine. Oh. I know no one really watches Shadows of Loathing. I am definitely going to do this because it's a really good game and I love it. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, it went out of my head an hour ago. It barely ever got in my head. If it were there at all, it was in for a couple of seconds. If one of the, like, things I'm doing right now you like more than the other things I'm doing right now, just say so and then I'll know. It's fine. You don't have to. No one has to comment. No one has to remember to hit the bell, guys. But you know, I will take that in mind because only like 10 people watch my videos. So you are 10% of my audience. If you have a strong opinion. If it's one of the ones where I have to like write a script or something, those are still happening. I just those are slower because more work has to go into them. But yeah, anyway, this has been the episode. We wandered around for another hour. We're gonna go to the junkyard next time, so that's guaranteed to be a good episode. We're gonna go play in the trash. Yeah, I'll see you then, folks. Have a good one. Bye.